Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're going to be customizing the Pegassi Infernus in Grand Theft Auto Online. I think this is the first time I've ever customized this car on my channel, and if it's not, this is at least a modern customization of the Infernus. I'm going to let you guys know if it's worth purchasing today while it is available at Simeon's dealership, because of course it is a removed vehicle now. So anyways, let's go ahead and hop into the customization. Alrighty. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've customized an Infernus, so I'm pretty excited to do this actually. Let's go ahead and start off with the armor. We're going to go all the way up on that. The brakes, we're going to go all the way up on those as well. For the engine, all the way up, you guessed it. For the exhaust, our first actual customization option. Now we can eliminate the middle exhaust pipe there and go for 4 instead of 5, but honestly I feel like it fills the space a little bit better with the 5 exhausts. Honestly, if I could have like 2, if I could somehow swap it or make it different, I would do that, but I think the 5 exhausts is probably the best option for right now at least, so we'll keep that. For the headlights, I think that I will go xenon today, and then I'm going to put a neon kit on the car. To lower the center of mass of the vehicle so it hopefully handles a little bit better, so we'll do that. Now for the plate, I'm tempted to go SA exempt, but I think, I don't know. You know what, I will go SA exempt actually, we'll do that. For the respray on this car, we do have quite a few different options here obviously, so let's just quickly scroll through the colors. I think this secondary, if I'm not mistaken, is a matte gray or something like that, or maybe it is just black, which of course does affect this stripe along the bottom of the car there, so we will probably keep that different from the primary color. I don't know what color to actually go for on the car today though. I've had many Infernuses in my time in GTA, and I'm trying to think of like colors that I've never gone for, and actually Midnight and Galaxy Blue are two that I've never gone for on the Infernus. I feel like maybe doing a blue Infernus today. I feel like it might be kind of nice. There are quite a few good looking blue colors. The browns actually aren't too bad either, like a bleached brown. I feel like I've seen an old Murcielago in this color maybe, or in one of these colors for sure. We do have purples, we do have cream, we do have white of course as well. I think I want to go blue today, and I think I am going to do a dark blue, which I'm sure I'm going to get in trouble for in the comments down below, but I feel like having a Galaxy Blue Infernus is actually really cool. I kind of like this, so we're gonna go for that. And then for the pearlescent on that, I need to find something a little bit brighter maybe. So we could go diamond blue, but I feel like it's a little too bright. I feel like I kind of want a little darker, but not like too much darker. Like maybe I should go for one of the silvers, maybe like a bluish silver. That's like almost diamond blue, but it's definitely not as intense. So maybe we go for a bluish silver pearlescent on there. Then for the secondary color, it's red. Wow, I thought that was black or gray. That's okay. Yeah, my color blindness is still working, so that's good. We could do it in a white actually, as opposed to doing it in a black, because the black isn't going to show up as well. The white is definitely going to show up pretty decently though, so I'm kind of wondering about going for the white secondary. You know what, I'm gonna do it today, why not? Let's do something a little bit different with that. Now for the spoiler options, we do have the high level spoiler or the GT wing. The GT wing is definitely too tall looking, and the high level spoiler, it's not my favorite look for the car ever, but we do need the downforce, so I think I am gonna go for the high level spoiler today. Ideally, if I could have like the body, you know, color spoiler, the one that you can sort of get the Infernus with, I would do that, but unfortunately the one that was on sale at Simeon's did not have that, so we cannot get that this week. For the suspension, I will lower it all the way. For the transmission, let's go all the way up. The turbo, let's throw that on as well. For the wheels, you know, I actually really hate these wheels, but somehow they kind of fit the Infernus like somewhat well, which is a little bit shocking honestly, but whatever, Rockstar picked well I guess. So let's see, I feel like the forged 5 for some reason actually fit this car nicely. I feel like a 5-spoke rim kind of would work for this. The tropos are like stupid actually. Why do they kind of look good? Like they look a little horrible, but they also kind of look good. That's kind of strange. We get the hi-fi 5s, the Super Luxes. You know what, the Super Luxes, I feel like they fit this car really nicely. I'm going to go Super Lux today. And then for the color, we could go black. We could also go white to match up with the secondary color, which I think could honestly be pretty interesting. I don't really often go for like white wheels. At the same time, black steel looks crazy good. I'm going to go black steel. I was thinking about the white, but I don't know. There's something about it that's like, it like bothers me a little bit. So I don't know. I'm going to avoid that today. But for the window tint, let's go dark smoke, I think. And I'm actually pretty happy with how this has turned out. The Infernus has a few weird angles on it. Like from the front, I feel like it's a very good looking car. Then from the rear, I feel like it's a lot worse looking. There's something wrong with the whole back section of the car. But other than that, I feel like it looks really good. I feel like we've done the best we can on the Infernus. Let's take it down to the ground. And we're going to do a sound test as well as a full review on the Infernus. So I'm excited. Let's take a quick listen here. Generic Pegassi sound effect 1 is in full swing for the Infernus for sure. It's not to say that it sounds bad, it just doesn't sound unique at all really. So that's kind of a shame, but it is a 2013 car, so you know I can't be too unimpressed with Rockstar. I mean, this is one of the release cars that came out with GTA 5, and obviously it's been in previous GTA titles as well. So, you know, it sounds decent. It's not too bad, really. I have no actual real complaints about the car. It's decent. Now, I always thought that the Infernus was rear-wheel drive. Or no, sorry, I always thought that the Infernus was all-wheel drive. And then for a long time, I thought it was rear-wheel drive only because it seems to spin the rear tires a little bit more on the launch. But it is actually an all-wheel drive car. I think we can probably test this right here. I'm just going to show you guys this real quick. Now, it barely spins the front wheels, so it's very hard to get this thing to actually do it. But the front wheels do actually spin. They do actually get some degree of power. But it's very hard to demonstrate because they don't get much. I think the diff like split is like 90% of the power goes to the rear wheels and then like 10% goes to the front. But you can actually see it here. I know this isn't a great demonstration, but you can see the front wheels actually spinning up and smoking. So it is actually all-wheel drive. I think there is a bit of a misconception in online that this thing is rear-wheel drive, but it is actually all-wheel drive, which is why it gets, you know, a pretty decent launch and why the handling is relatively good. It's not the greatest handling car ever for sure, but it's far from the worst. And honestly, for being an OG supercar, I think it actually holds up relatively well. It does definitely have a bit of an oversteer issue where the back end will just come around on the car, which is a little bit frustrating, but for the most part the Infernus is actually a decent car. And if you do have the money to this week, I would probably pick one of these up at Simeon's because I don't know when we're going to get the opportunity to buy an Infernus again. Obviously the Cheetah is back this week and it was added back into the game probably a month or two ago. So it's back, which is good to see, but that also means that some other cars like the Ocelot XA21 and things like that aren't coming back this week, which is kind of annoying. So there's a lot of removed cars that we still haven't seen added back into the game for purchase. So who knows when the Infernus will come back. Maybe it'll be soon, maybe it won't ever be added back into the game again until GTA 6 comes out. So God forbid if that happens, but you should pick up an Infernus this week. It is actually a very good car. It handles well, it's got a pretty decent top speed. It's relatively good looking, especially from the front, not so much from the rear, but it is a decent car and it is still worth owning one of these in 2023, I think. It is just a nice original car to have, and it does definitely make you feel like you're playing in 2013, which is kind of nice sometimes. Anyway guys, that's pretty much all I have to say about the Infernus. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you learned something, a like is of course appreciated, if not dislike. Subscribe to my channel if you guys are new and you want to see more content like this or many other things, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.